everyone, my name is Marilyn Quintana. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, and I'm here today to talk about the 10 best jobs for you to have to get a job offer and immigrate to Canada. Before we start, please subscribe to our channel, click on the little bell right below so you can receive notifications of our new weekly videos. The first occupation that comes along in the list, it is restaurant manager, and the second one actually, it is cooks and chefs. Basically, there are restaurants everywhere in Canada, and the food industry does not have enough workers to supply this demand. Especially in the big cities, there are a lot of job offers in the food industry. The third occupation, also the fourth one, they are both related, is computer programmers and software engineers. There is a lot of new startups in Vancouver and Greater Toronto area because these are the new Silicon Valleys. And not only startups, there are many big companies that are moving their headquarters or having a second headquarters here in Canada because US immigration is not making it easy for them to attract new talents, and they consider Canada as a great option to turn into a tech hub and to attract new talent here working in Canada. For example, here in Vancouver, Amazon is opening new offices, like 2 big towers, and they're going to employ thousands and thousands of people in the coming years. Another thing to add that these jobs are mostly in tech positions and they are all high-paying jobs. One more important thing to say about tech jobs is that there is a program called Global Talent Stream focused on the technology industry that you can get your work permit to come to Canada if you have a job offer within 2 weeks of processing, which is like amazing. So if you are in tech, definitely you should be looking into job opportunities in Canada, especially in these 2 occupations, computer programmers and software engineers. The 5th occupation that I'm going to talk about today is graphic designers, game designers, 3D and 2D animators. This is because Canada is also becoming a hub for the game industry, and there are a lot of big companies and a lot of startups working in the game industry in Canada. We have the best schools, and this attracts a lot of companies to start here and start developing new games and new softwares, and that's why this is a very hot occupation for you to have here in Canada. If you watched my previous videos, you know that Canada is bringing a lot of new immigrants for the next years, right? And with all these new immigrants comes a lot of housing, a lot of construction. So pretty much a lot of occupations in the construction industry are super hot for you to get a job offer in Canada. Construction managers and trade occupations like carpenters and cement finishers. So if you are a professional in trades or in construction, there is a lot of jobs in Canada, and there is a lot of opportunities to get a job offer in this industry as well. And those job offers can help you to immigrate to Canada. Before saying the next occupation, did you guys know that Canada is the most educated country in the world? There are over 700,000 international students in Canada, and Canada is committed to continue growing this number. And with this, schools are expanding the quota and they need more university professors. So the next occupation, it is university or college professors that are high specialized in their field, and they will teach in these colleges and universities in Canada. The next occupation that I'm talking about is bookkeepers. So if you have accounting or bookkeeping professional experience back home, you have related education, you can easily transition to Canada because most countries follow international standards when it comes to accounting. In Canada, there are 2 very famous software that it's used, so you can easily learn about them doing online courses, and also you can start your licensing to become a CPA professional, chartered professional accountant, even from back home. And this can give you the opportunity to come to Canada and have also work permit related, because for you to get the license, you need to have 30 months of work experience supervised by a Canadian professional. This is a great position for you to invest even before coming. You start seeking opportunities from back home or to become a regulated professional, so you can even increase your chances of getting a job offer in Canada. The next two occupations may surprise you because they're not as specialized, but still there are a lot of statistics that point those job offers as very common for people to receive and transition to permanent residency after having worked in that occupations. For those occupations especially, it's not easy to get a job offer from overseas, but once you are in Canada, it is very easy to get a job on that specific positions, and those positions qualify you to apply for permanent residency. So the next position is retail supervisor. So if you work in a store and you start supervising the cashiers, the customer service staff, becoming a supervisor, you can immigrate to Canada because this is considered a skilled worker position. Actually, for you to know, any supervisory position in Canada, it is considered skilled worker, but there are so many shops, so many outlets, so many retail stores that it's actually very easy to transition to a supervisor position in this industry, which is also a great opportunity for you to seek when you are in Canada on a temporary basis. And the last occupation that I'm talking about, it is administrative assistant. As the same one that I said before, it is not as easy to find an occupation when you are overseas, but once you are in Canada, it is easy to transition to an office occupation as administrative assistant and have the support of your employer to pursue immigration pathway through that occupation. So if you have any office occupation or any office related occupation, like even lawyers, legal assistants, or secretary positions, you can easily transition to a job offer at the same level in Canada, and this will allow you to have an opportunity to apply for permanent residence in Canada through provincial nominee programs, to Canadian Experience class. So definitely good option for you to consider if you have the opportunity to come on a temporary basis with a study or work permit. Okay guys, this wraps up the 10 most common occupations for you to have to get a job offer in Canada and have the support of your employer to transition to permanent residency. These are not the only ones that you can get this opportunity to transition to permanent residency with your employers, but just the most common ones for you to be able to transition, okay? So if you like this video, please make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe on our channel, don't forget we are posting weekly videos, and leave your comment right below with your question, with your doubt, or even with suggestions for the next videos. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again in our next video.